Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome back to Ellie's channel. I'm here to read some more of The Marriage Bed, like I promised you guys. Last where we left off, Lynn had a miscarriage, unfortunately, and I believe Nathaniel, their son, had like a talk with Jerome about how disappointed he is, and him cheating on Lynn, and how he needs to do better. And also, even aside from whatever they go through, his son is basically telling him, even if they choose to still like get a divorce or not be together, it shouldn't affect his role as being a father to his kids, which is absolutely true. So we're gonna take it up from there. Right now we're at Lynn, which reads, here on Lynn, which reads, I walk into the church with the children. They all disperse to their meeting groups, and I head towards the sanctuary for the women's group Bible study. I peek inside and hear them doing devotion, so I go to use the restroom. It's been a week since the miscarriage, and my body is starting to feel normal again. I still need to talk to Jerome about it, and I will, but tonight I am here to be fed spiritually because I've been missing worship. Coming out of the restroom, I see Sharon Matthews, the wife of Deacon Raymond Matthews, and Erica waiting to go into the sanctuary. When she sees me, she tells Erica to go inside. Lynn, hey, can I speak to you for a moment? Sure, Sharon, what's up? She motions for me to follow her to the usher room near the sanctuary. As you know, Erica is pregnant with Raymond's baby. Uh-huh. Well, we've asked her to move in with us. Okay, but why are you telling me? Nobody knows about the affair she had with my husband other than you, Jerome, pastor, and his wife. So we've been telling people she's a surrogate, seeing I can't have children of my own. That's great, Sharon. Congratulations. I wanted you to know, in case anyone asks, so we'll have the same story. Plus, I don't want you to feel uncomfortable being around her. Sharon, look, whatever you do with your life is your business. If you and Erica want to become sister wives, have at it. As far as speaking about any of this mess, I don't plan on it. And don't worry about me feeling uncomfortable because you and I are not friends to even hang out. The only advice I'll give is be careful. I walked past her into the sanctuary, a little ticked off that she had made me miss the first few minutes of Bible study. I find a seat and ask the young lady what book of the Bible we're in. Exodus 14:14. Thanks. I turn to the passage and chills go over me. The Lord shall fight for you, and ye shall hold your peace. Ladies, tonight the scripture is for a few of you who feels like you're on the edge. Pastor Karen says, many of you have showed up tonight because you felt like you had nothing to lose and surely nothing to gain. Why? Because you're at the edge. Yep, you are backed up at the edge of give up, and one more push of the gas pedal will send you over. Let me ask you a question. What's stopping you? I look around to see a few ladies dabbing their eyes. Pastor Karen continues, what's keeping you from giving up? Is it the children, the husband, the dog, or the cat? A few women chuckle. Let's be honest with ourselves, shall we? Some of you have yet to give up because you're scared of what it looks like. If you give up your marriage, what will being single look like? If you quit your job, what would it look like? I can tell you this. It can either look worse than your current circumstance or better. But what do you have to lose other than your mind if you stay where you are? I get it. Pain and anger pushed you to the edge and you want to lash out. But Exodus 14:14 shares the Lord shall fight for you and ye shall hold your peace. But what does that mean? Good question. Peace biblically means to be complete or to live well. So the scripture says, if you allow God to fight for you, you'll remain complete, not broken, and capable of living well and not distressed. See, when we try to fight stuff on our own, we mess up. But when we stand still and allow God to fight for us, we hold our peace, for it is peace that allows us to live well. What happens if the fight doesn't end the way we think it should? If you allow God to fight for you, then it'll end the way that fits with what God has for your life, and He doesn't make mistakes. We do, but God doesn't. Bible study continues, and by the time it is over, I am feeling refreshed. I grab my things to wait for the kids. Lynn, Pastor Karen calls out. Hey, I just wanted to give you a hug and tell you how happy I am to see you. Thank you. Your message was great tonight, and I am glad I came. Me too. How is everything? It's too hard for me, so I'm holding my peace and letting God fight it. He's the best one to relinquish it to, she says before someone calls her name. Well, I am here if there is anything I can do, even if it's just to listen. Thank you, Pastor Karen. The kids finally come. The kids finally come, and we head home, stopping by Abba's Soul Food to pick up some dinner. How was Bible study? Jerome asks when we walk into the house. Great, good, it was okay. He laughs at the different responses from the children. I talked to Pastor Carrington tonight, and they have decided to engrave a pew in honor of Pastor Sidney. The kids all grab their food. Do not leave those food containers in your rooms, Jerome says to their backs to the children as they disperse. How is Bible study for you? Why are you here? Lynn, I want to come home. It is hard staying in hotels day after day. Please, I'll sleep in the guest room. For how long? Until I can find an apartment or house to rent. 6 months. Thank you. I grab my food and get ready to walk out. Babe, wait. Can we talk about what you're going to do about the baby? You haven't said anything since your appointment, and that's been over a week. I lost the baby. He follows me into the bedroom. Why didn't you tell me? Because I've been trying to come to terms with it, I say, sitting the food on the nightstand. And you haven't been here. You could have called, he says, raising his voice, causing me to look at him. I'm sorry for yelling. What happened? I sigh. Dr. West did some blood work and my hormone levels were extremely low, so she performed an ultrasound and there was no heartbeat. Okay, so what happens now? Nothing. She gave me a pill and I miscarried. Lynn, you should have told me. I stop and turn around towards him. I should have told you. It's funny you say that because Lily tried to call you the night it happened. She called you over and over because she saw me bleeding and was scared. However, just like this new Jerome, we all know you weren't there, but you popped in that Saturday 3 days later for clothes like a roommate. Is that why Lily has been upset with me? No, Jerome, she genuinely doesn't like you. I say, being sarcastic. What do you think? You promised this mess between us wouldn't change your relationship with them, and it has, already. I didn't know. Yes, that's been your favorite excuse as of late. But what's done is done. I am dealing with the pain of miscarrying our baby the same as I am dealing with the pain of you failing our marriage, alone. I'm sorry. I am not the one you need to be apologizing to. Go and talk to your daughter. He pauses, but then turns to walk out. Jerome. Sunday morning, I get up early, make a cup of coffee, and go out to sit on the back porch. I dealt with the pain of miscarrying our baby, the same as I am dealing with the pain of you failing our marriage alone. I replay Lynn's words in my head. I turn when I hear the door open. Hey, why are you up so early? I ask Lynn. Couldn't sleep, she says, pulling her robe close before sitting on the couch next to me. What about you? Same. I've been thinking about what you said the other night, and I am so sorry I wasn't there for you when you miscarried the baby. I apologize to Lily, too. Good, but please stop apologizing to me because I'm sick of hearing it, and it doesn't help or fix anything. What's done is done. I exhale before sitting back. I don't know what else to do. Look, I didn't come out here to argue with you. I came for some air and to talk to God. Truth is, I could care less what you do when it comes to your personal life, but don't allow it to interfere with your relationship with your children. They are the only reason I am allowing you to stay here. Lynn, I know I've hurt you, but do you really hate me this much? I don't hate you, but I surely dislike this person you have become. I made a mistake because I am human. It doesn't take away everything we've been through. And neither does it change my heart. I am still the same person. Are you? Of course I am. I look at her. Babe, where do we go from here? How are we supposed to do life apart when we've been together most of our life? We figure it out 1 minute at a time. Do you think we could remain friends for the sake of the children? As much as I want to say no, excuse me. As much as I want to say no, we have to. But you hurt me, Jerome. You hurt me deeply, and although I love you with every fiber of my being, the hurt, shame, and pain caused by your infidelity has scarred me, she says, getting up. And right now, I don't know what to do with it. All I do know is we cannot remain married. I look out over the backyard without responding. There is something else I need to tell you. She sits back down. Nathaniel knew about the affair. He saw me and Maddie together at his soccer practice. She doesn't say anything as tears fall from her eyes. Lynn, please say something. What am I supposed to say to that, Jerome, huh? What could I possibly say in response to that? She gets up and I watch her walk into the house. Damn it, I scream, picking up the coffee cup and throwing it across the backyard. I sit out there a while longer, getting my emotions in check before going to find Lynn. I walk into the bedroom to see her sitting on the couch writing in her journal. I close the door. Jerome, I am so sorry, Lynn. Jerome, please stop apologizing, she says, closing the journal and throwing it on the couch. You're sorry, I get it. I get that. But it cannot fix what has been broken. I am not about to spend another second pretending it will. You put our family in a hard place. I can't even imagine the guilt Nathaniel has been carrying with that secret. My only son knew his dad was cheating but couldn't say anything because he feels the weight of protecting me. Can you imagine how that makes me feel? I sit on the floor across from her with my back against the bed and my head in my hand as I listen to her cry. He shouldn't have to protect me from crap like that, Jerome. He's only 15. I know. Do you? Do you really know what your selfishness has done to us? I cry into my arm. I am so sorry, Lynn. She stands over me, putting her hand on my head. I know, she says, sniffling. But now I need to get ready for church, and you need to get out. Breaking news. A 37-year-old female has died after committing suicide in her cell at Shelby County Jail East Women's Facility. Madeline Perez has been incarcerated at the facility on charges of murder. If you remember, Perez was indicted for the brutal hit and run of Sidney Gable, a youth pastor who was killed July 19th, 2018. She was being held on no bond until her trial, which was scheduled to begin in November. Authorities say Perez was alive at the facility at 2700 Sycamore Avenue during the last count at midnight, but jail staff found her unresponsive about 6:30 a.m. According to the statement released, Memphis Fire Department personnel was called in and attempted life-saving measures but were unsuccessful. News Channel 22 Raven Turner spoke with Sheriff Eric Sussex, who stated Perez was not on suicide watch and that an investigation into her death will be conducted. More information will be released when it becomes available. Lynn. Walking out of the gym, I see Matteo standing next to my car. I roll my eyes. What do you want? I don't know if you heard about Maddie, but she's dead. Man, cut the crap because everybody with a TV knows Maddie is dead, so what do you really want? I want to apologize to you again. Apology accepted. Goodbye. I am leaving tomorrow to take Maddie's body to Mexico for burial, and I didn't want to leave without apologizing for everything that has happened. I am so sorry. Maybe if I gotten Maddie some help, none of us would have gone through any of this. Well, it's kind of too late for would-haves, don't you think? Anyway, for the sake of the other passengers of the plane, have a safe flight. I open my car door. Lynn, I was wondering if you and I could get a coffee when I get back in a few weeks. Are you serious? Do you honestly think I'd sit anywhere with you to have anything? I know you're still upset, but one sec, I say, pulling on my phone. I hold the home button down for a sec. Siri, how do you say screw you and go to hell in Spanish? One more time, I say, pressing the button to hear it again. I can't say that in Spanish. That's why I didn't read it. And to make sure we're clear, let me say it in English. English, screw you and go to hell. I get in, start the car, and drive off. Turning onto my street, I see a car parked in front of my house. I slowly drive by and see it's Erica. Really, God? I question, parking in the garage. What can I do for you? I ask when she walks up the driveway. I have a letter for you from Maddie, she says, handing me an envelope. I don't want anything from her. Now get out of my driveway. She wasn't always like this, Erica states, stopping me from walking off. Let me guess. She had a hard life. Well, newsflash, Erica, we all had it hard, but it doesn't mean you sleep with other people's husbands, pretend to be their friend for fun, and make a mockery of another person's pain. Oh, my bad, I forgot who I'm talking to, when you've been doing the same thing. You're right, I was sleeping with a married man, but that does not make me a bad person. You may not be a bad person, however, you have bad intentions when it comes to people. But let me ask you, why are you bringing me this letter now? And she's dead. It came in the mail yesterday. I didn't know she was planning to take her life because she hadn't spoken to me since everything happened. But I hope she finds peace in death that she couldn't get on earth. Oh, that's nice of you to say. Is there anything else? I only came to bring you this letter because it was her last request. I should feel I should feel obligated to read it now. No thanks. We've established what you can do with that letter. She fidgets with her purse strap. I'm sorry, Lynn. I knew Maddie was sleeping with Jerome, but I didn't know he was married until that Sunday I came to the church. After service was over, I confronted him and her because I didn't agree with what they were doing in your face. Why didn't you tell me? It wasn't my place. Look, I've known Maddie since I was 13. She and Maddie were in the same foster home I ended up in, and we connected. They have been my only family. Family? Family sleep with each other because family sleep with each other because at the club you acted like you were dating. Her kissing me is nothing new. We've shared beds and men before. So, was this like some kind of con or something? No, it was supposed to be fun with no feelings involved. I was to sleep with Raymond to get him off Jerome because he was becoming suspicious of him and Maddie, but then we started having feelings for one another and I ended up pregnant. Isn't that nice? I never thought Maddie would go as far as she did. I knew she loved Jerome, but I kept telling her he'd never leave you. Anyway, I'm sorry. I only came to give you this letter because she requested it. It's sealed, so I don't know what it says. Will you please take it and read it? No, thank you. Whatever she had to say, she should have said it before she attempted to kill me. And before you come here again, stop and think. What would Jesus do? And stay the hell away from me. Looking at my watch to see I have about an hour before our family session with Dr. Mitchell, I rush into the house to the TV's volume high and Mallory and Lily dancing to some game. I drop my keys and water bottle on the table and head down the hall. It takes about 30 minutes, but I am changed and ready. Let's go, I scream to the kids. Jerome. Good afternoon, Jerome. You're here early. We have about 30 minutes before Lynn and the children get here, so you can wait out here or in my office. I came early because I wanted to talk to you first alone. Okay then, come in. Can I get you something to drink? No, thanks. I know this isn't technically our session, but I still like to begin with prayer. We grab hands. God, once again, you have allowed us to gather in this room of restoration. I ask you to destroy anything that is not like you as we seek to be made whole. Gather our wayward thoughts so they don't impede on the healing needed, and use me, God, for I am only the vessel. Speak through me with your power so it is clear you are the one in charge. Bless this young man who has returned, that he may find peace during his storm. Amen. We sit. Tell me, Lynn and I are going through with the divorce. I am currently sleeping in the guest room of the house until I can find a new place. Lily is half speaking to me. Nathaniel knew I was having an affair and Lynn lost the baby. Wow, okay, she responds, taking a breath. Those are a lot of changes in a short amount of time. How are you coping? Honestly, Dr. Mitchell, I don't know. It seems like I am walking around in a fog that will not clear. I know I did this to my family, but I don't know how to come out of this dark place I'm in because apologizing isn't helping. You come out by putting one foot in front of the other and moving. I get that you feel the need to apologize over and over, but you've done that. Leave it up to Lynn and the children to forgive you. But in the meantime, you must forgive yourself. Otherwise, you'll stay in the dark place you've sentenced yourself to. How can I forgive myself when I see the turmoil my actions have caused? I assume you all have talked to the children about your decision to divorce, and this is the reason Lily is upset. She's the oldest, right? Yes, but no. She's upset because I wasn't there when Lynn miscarried the baby. She felt like you let her down again, but I would have been there had I known. My phone died, and Jerome, you don't have to explain. I don't know what else to do. What about the other children? Nathaniel told me he knew about the affair, but he forgives me. I say as tears fall. He forgave me for making one of the biggest mistakes in my life. And Mallory seems to be okay. What about Lynn? How is she handling everything? She doesn't talk to me about it anymore. She did allow me to move back home in the guest room, and we talk about business and the children, but that's it. So everybody survived. What do you mean? Everybody in your family seems to be handling the mistakes you dealt them except you. They are moving on, but you're still stuck. Why? I get up and walk over to the window. I don't know how. I'm angry for what I did, but I'm also mad at Lynn for giving up on me so easily. You think she gave up easily? I thought some time apart and maybe a few more sessions with you would get her to forgive me, but she hasn't. I asked her to give us time to work this out, and she won't. I made one mistake out of 18 years of marriage, and it's over like a puff of smoke. Am I not entitled to one mistake? So you're the victim, she states, more like a sentence than a question. No, but I have feelings too, I say, walking back to the couch and sitting down. Jerome, you cannot be the victim in the crime you committed. You must be held accountable for your part in what happened. Take the sentence and do the time. Unfortunately for you, your crime destroyed your marriage, but you can salvage the relationship. I can't see her with another man. There it is. Finally, the truth. It's not you made a mistake, hurt your wife and children, destroyed your home, but you can't stomach Lynn to another man what she has being to another man what she has been to you. I can still make her happy. I did for 20 plus years of us being together. Jerome, reality is you used to make her happy, and it is quite possible you could again. But is that what Lynn wants? Look, I don't know what the future holds for you and Lynn. She she could forgive you and call off the divorce, or she forgives you and still divorces you. Either way, you need to man up, my brother, and be ready for whichever one she chooses. Don't I get a choice? Yes, a choice of how you'll survive after her choice. I thought you were supposed to help me. Help is only received when you're willingly accepted. And until you come out of the sunken place you're in, you will not receive the help I can offer you. Right now, you want me to pacify you, but I can't do that. And if you keep seeing things from a selfish point of view, you are dangerous. Dangerous to who? Yourself more than Lynn. See, you are suffering from an undiagnosed condition called chia, CHIA, or can't have it all. Men like you who suffer from this condition have trouble surviving when they can't have it all, so you become dangerous. It doesn't mean you'll physically hurt yourself or somebody, but your heart and demeanor will turn cold, and you'll set out to hurt folks before they hurt you. I look off. I don't want to be that person, Dr. Mitchell. Then you need to overcome this thinking like the victim. Sure, your dad may have been abusive, but you've shown the strength to overcome that. You may have had an affair that destroyed your marriage, but you can overcome that too. Dr. Mitchell, the Watson family is here. My secretary interrupts. We can finish this in another session if you choose. She walks over to the desk. Please send them back. So I am going to stop here for now and read the last of it because we are 93% now. And we're gonna pick up from the family restoration session where they get together as a family and talk with the counselor, family therapist, whatever, Dr. Mitchell. So please, guys, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Comment down below if you have anything to say. And I will see you guys next time. We're almost done with this book. Let's go. I am ready to finish it already. But see you guys later. God bless.